Have you ever found yourself in a heated debate over the correct way to play a certain shot in pool? Well, that's exactly what recently happened to me. A friend who is a very skilled pool player and I were enjoying the World Cup of pool, but when this shot came up, we had a bit of a disagreement on the proper way to play it, and we even paused the video right before the shot and discussed it. And this is exactly what we are doing in this video as well. Before I'm showing you his choice, my choice, and the actual shot Johan Chua played, let's introduce every possible way to get position from the 7 to the 8. We could use some inside spin and just go 2 rails towards the 8. We can also use a touch of outside spin and just go 1 rail. And we can also increase the speed and go 2 rails. Now take a moment to think about which option you believe is the best. Pause the video, make your choice, and then we're going to continue. My friend's favorite shot was this one. He told me that this way you're coming nicely into the line of the 8, which is kind of true, and another valid argument was that compared to the 1 rail path, you can't scratch into the corner pocket. But in my opinion, this shot presents a few challenges. First of all, you need to play with inside spin, and if you're adding just a bit too much, you will snooker yourself behind that 9 ball. And if you add too little, you can either scratch into the side pocket or hit the knuckle of the side. That's why I prefer just going directly down table. I like it more because we don't have to use any inside spin, just a tad of outside, which will actually increase your shot making. And for the cue ball to travel towards the 9 ball, you have to completely miss-hit the shot, which is more unlikely to happen here because a touch of outside spin is easier calculated than a whole lot of inside spin. But which of those two shots is the better choice? To determine this, we gotta figure out what our ideal target zone for the 8 is. This target zone is perfect because if we're off to either side, we will still have a decent shot on the 8. Now consider what happens if you attempt a 1 rail shot and you underhit it. You won't even reach the target zone, and once again you'll find yourself snookered behind that 9 ball. On the other hand, if you opt for a 2 rail shot and you underhit it, you'll still be within the target zone. By choosing this path, the cue ball remains in a good position for a much longer period of time. Yes, indeed, the corner pocket comes a bit into play, which is the only disadvantage of this choice. If we go back to my friend's shot selection and compare the shot with our target zone, you can see another problem. We're crossing the target zone just a bit more than with the 1 rail path. This is probably why Chua decided to play the shot that way. But to be fair, with this cue ball and object ball position, there is no real right or wrong here. In the end, you should play the shot that your gut feeling tells you to play. But this only counts if the cue ball and the object ball are in this exact position. If the cue ball, for example, is further away, maybe even close to the rail, then I would never play it with inside spin and go 2 rails because this is so difficult to judge. We have to roll it, we have to use inside spin. We're even elevated a bit, so this can go completely wrong from this distance. You can see I missed the ball, I added too much spin. So here in that case, always play it directly down table because outside spin is easier to judge and you just need a hair of outside spin. But not only the cue ball's position is important, also the position of the 7 ball. Just imagine the 7 is just half a diamond more to the right, then I would never play this shot with inside spin because first of all, the incoming angle is different. So the cue ball is even more likely to end behind that 9 ball and it's awfully difficult. So here, just use a touch of outside spin again, let your stroke out. Play it in with confidence, use that 2nd rail as well because you don't want to hold the ball, you don't want to slow roll it. So here in that case, this is the right shot. And what happens if the 7 ball was just half a diamond more to the left? Well then here the inside spin shot is actually the right shot. First of all, we don't need that much of inside spin, maybe even just a high ball is enough because the natural tendency of the cue ball should go towards here, so we don't need to manipulate with a whole lot of spin. Secondly, it's very natural. You can't scratch into the corner pocket, you can't hit the knuckle of the side pocket, so let's play this with just a high ball to show you. You can see without inside spin we have a very nice shot. You can use that 3rd rail if you want to. This is basically the worst position you can get, but this is still fine.
So you can see it depends a lot on the exact position, so just a bit can really change a lot.
Well, believe it or not, despite my efforts, I still couldn't convince him, but I mean, that's okay. You won't always agree on everything when playing pool, and I see this in the comment section of my videos every single day. But we still enjoyed the rest of the match, and if you enjoyed this video, then just leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more pool lessons. Thanks for watching, and as always, see you at the next lesson. Take care.